creating strength in your neck. We're going to use isometric exercise. Now that means we're going to create tension in muscle, but we're not going to move anywhere. So I'm going to place my hand more or less over my ear, and I'm going to start in a good posture. I'm going to sit tall. By all means, support your back if you need to, so that you can maintain that position, but you want to be in a nice upright posture to begin this movement. So place a hand more or less over your ear on the side of your head, and try and bring the elbow up so that the line here is in line with the drive of the movement that you're going to try and make. And what I'm essentially going to do is I'm going to try and put my ear towards my shoulder, but because my hand is in the way, that's blocking the movement. So I'm trying to move, pushing into my hand with my head, creating tension in the muscles here, and I'm going to do that for 10 seconds, and then I'm going to relax. What I don't want is to be actually moving in that direction, either with my torso or with my neck. I just want to be making that intended movement against the block, the resistance of my hand. And again, it doesn't have to be 100% effort. You know, you can grade the effort depending on how comfortable it is, how much power you feel you've got. You know, I can really ramp it up to higher levels if I want to, or I can do it relatively gently. But no movement, just creating tension or the intention of making that movement. And then obviously do the same thing on the opposite side. 10 seconds at a time, then rest for a moment. If you need to sort of shake the shoulders and roll the head around a little bit just to release those the muscles, that's fine. And repeat 5 or 6 times each side to begin with. You can ramp up both the amount of time that you spend in that tense position and the number of repetitions that you do. But I would say to begin with, try and aim for about 5 or 6 repetitions, so you've had about a minute's worth of exercise. So from the same position, what we're going to try and do is to create rotation, but we're not going to let that happen. So hand in the same position, or possibly even slightly further forward, and you're going to try to look around over your shoulder, but you're going to resist that movement. So that's just going to work different muscles in the neck. To work the muscles through the front of your neck, what are known as the neck flexors, you're going to put your hands into little fists, and you're going to bring your hands underneath your chin. Don't put the hands out and then put your chin on top of it, because look what that's done to my posture. Horrible. Round shoulders, head forward. Be in this position and bring the hands in. And when in this position, your hands are going to drive upwards. And again, you're going to resist that movement with your neck muscles. So hands in this position and pushing up underneath my chin. Obviously, you don't want to bite your tongue because you're jamming the jaw closed. So put the tongue on the roof of your mouth, just tip of the tongue in behind the top teeth, and lightly put your teeth together, back teeth together, if you can do that with your occlusion. So I'm not going to talk because I'm going to have my tongue on the roof of my mouth and my teeth closed. I'm going to put my hands underneath here, and I'm going to drive upward against the resistance of my neck muscles for about 10 seconds. I won't do it for 10 seconds. My neck muscles underneath here are the things that are going to tense up. You can almost see, if I don't do it with the hands, if I just tense the muscles, you can see them tightening up underneath here. And the action of those muscles, to a certain extent, is what draws the head into this position. If these muscles are slack and long, then obviously you're allowed to move into that sort of position. But by activating them, you're naturally drawing the head into a more neutral position on top of the shoulders. You could, if you had a high back chair, or the car is a great place to do this. If you have a head restraint in the car, you can do a similar thing by pushing your head backwards onto the head restraint. You could even, in a high back chair, or when you're not actually moving in the car, you could even slightly extend and look upwards against the resistance of the head support, and you get a similar isometric effect from those 10-second efforts, and then relax and then repeat. I hope that's all clear. If you have any questions, pop them in the comment box below. Please like and subscribe the video, share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next video.